Beware of the rain. As I sit here in my basement, the only source of light being my 3 Coleman lanterns, writing this, I can hear the rain as it's pounding on my roof and rushing down the stairs towards me. I can hear something else too, something inside the rain that is not of this world. Anyway, it all began in the middle of June, about 3 months ago. See, we were experiencing a major drought in my hometown, and so, of course, a mandate was in place in order to conserve water. Due to the mandate, though, local farmers began losing their crops, and so you can imagine just how dire the water situation was in my town. It was a brutally hot summer, and any drop of rain would have been a reprieve from that miserable heat. Then, out of nowhere, we got the rain we all so wished for. It was maybe the second week of summer when the whole town began to receive emergency alerts warning of flash floods until 1 a.m. in our county and the surrounding counties. It was scary, to say the least. I mean, just imagine for a second. You're shopping, then all of a sudden, everybody's phone is going off at the same time, alerting you of an emergency. Let's just say it felt rather apocalyptic. Anyway, where was I? Oh, as the emergency alert stated, it rained that night, and every night since. At first, it was like any other much-needed rainstorm, but on the 7th day, I and the rest of the town folks began to suspect something wasn't right. The first indication this rain wasn't right was on the 8th day. These gelatinous-like blobs began to fall from the sky. Naturally, people were curious and began to pick up these blobs. Soon, people began to get sick, and many died, including pets. In total, over 500 people died after handling the mysterious blobs, and that's a whole lot considering the population of my town is like 10,000 people. Anyway, before you knew it, the blobs were gone, only to be replaced with an even bigger problem. It was maybe 2 weeks into this weird rainfall when I was suddenly jolted awake by several blood-curdling screams coming from my neighborhood. I quickly jumped out of bed and ran outside, only to be met with a grisly scene. The rain. The rain was burning people's skin like acid. I saw Mr. and Mrs. Peters, my neighbors, lying on the grass dead, with most of their flesh gone. I screamed. 2 days later, the so-called acid rain, as it was dubbed, stopped, and eventually, some of the nearby factories were blamed for the freak rain. Another week passed. Then, one night, while driving home from work, I heard a loud crash, which followed by the most brilliant flash of purple in the sky. For a second, though, I saw something move inside the rain, just like something straight out of a cosmic horror film. Of course, I freaked out. In the following days, I began to communicate with my friends via CB radio. Soon, though, those friends began to disappear, and so did all the power. The military came and quarantined my town, but soon they began to disappear too. I have a crank radio, and for the last few days have been listening to some man from a nearby town talk about the rain. Today, I lost the signal. Just before losing the radio signal, though, the man said something that sent chills Beware of the rain down my spine. Now, the rain is spreading.